Hi, I'm Jess Ellicott, and today I'm here to interview Alissa Garcia, our communications manager as well as an investment relationships manager. Alissa works at our Pittsburgh office and is in charge of all of our marketing efforts, in addition to working directly with clients. So Alissa, to get to know you a little bit more, can you tell us a little bit about your personality type and how that influences your working style?
Sure, Jess. That's a great and timely question because the whole wealth management group recently took the DISC profile test as a team, and the score that I got is a DC, D being driven, C being conscientious. And I've been told that that's an odd combination, doesn't happen super often, but to me, that means I've just inherited a pretty fair split of my mom and my dad's personalities. So at work, these skills I think are very helpful. I enjoy strategic thinking and problem solving. So the driven part of me tends to run towards issues like in a very determined way to find the best solution. And then the conscientious part, that keeps me very detailed and systematic. I definitely like processes and procedures. I'm very organized. So everything I do is well analyzed and planned out. And even though it's not a common combination, I think I attribute the success that I've had to it because it really allows me to be able to see a big picture, but then also break it down into actionable tasks and get them done.
Yeah, you're right. That is good timing that we just completed that. So thank you for sharing. And I agree, that is an interesting combination, but I think it works well, especially in this industry. So to kind of tie into that, can you mention a little bit what your unique skill set is that you bring to wealth management?
I think it's very similar, right, to the personality side. When we think about the brain, most people are either very left brain dominant or very right brain dominant. And I'm sure that if it was tested, I would lean heavier towards one, but I couldn't really tell you which one. So it's another place that I've kind of like half my mom, half my dad. And I tend to function well on both sides. So I can, go from highly analytical to highly creative kind of very smoothly and quickly. So I think that really helps with my career, especially being an investment advisor and financial planner, but also managing the communications and working on marketing. So prior to my finance career, I worked in the political field in issue advocacy and on campaigns. And I think during that time, I really began to exercise both sides of my brain, like having to be logical and analytical while also, mixing it with creativity and intuition. And I think that combination can be a really good thing. And being able to bring that to Schneider Wealth Management, I think has really helped us to be able to, for me to be an investment advisor, but then also to build that communications program so that we can get our content out there in an exciting way.
Yeah, I completely agree. And like you said, I definitely think you have kind of a unique perspective, both with your background and having like this interesting personality type. So with that said, within the financial advisor industry, is there an aspect that you would like to kind of alter or change?
Yes, that's a good one too. And I think another timely question, it's really starting to notice the lack of female advisors, and mentorship for women in our industry is becoming a big problem. And women make great advisors and financial planners. They tend to be active listeners naturally, be empathetic and relationship focused. But for some reason, I think financial services careers have tended to be overweighted towards men, which historically makes sense because historically our country's wealth has been in the hands of men. So advisors tended to be men as well. But I recently filmed a video for the Schneider Downs Focus on Women group last year, and I found a lot of interesting statistics. And some of those are, colleges are enrolling 6 women for every 4 men now. Women are occupying greater management roles. 54% of women are now the breadwinners in their home, and many women will be inheriting money in the near future. So, and to top it off, regardless of statistics, women deserve a voice in the financial management of their homes, whether they're breadwinners or not. And it's important to have strong female advisors as part of a team so that we can represent our client base. and meet the needs of our current clients and our future clients. So I'm really proud to work alongside our CEO, Nancy Skeens, with many of our female clients. And we're so hopeful to be able to add more female advisors to our team as we continue to grow. And then mentorship, I brought up, is this really ties into that, right? I wouldn't be at Schneider Downs Wealth Management nor would I have developed, I think, the skills that I have today in advising and financial planning if it wasn't for mentorship. About 5 years ago, I met Nancy at a women's investment event, and she was on the panel of speakers. And at the end, I had a chance to talk with her. I was at another firm at the time, but we kept in touch, and I met with her a couple times throughout. And at one point I was just really struggling to find a career path at my previous firm. So I reached out to her for advice, and that meeting turned into a job offer, and is why I've been at Schneider Downs Wealth Management for almost 4 years. So I'm, really a big proponent of mentorship. Grateful for Nancy's mentorship that has brought me to where I am, and I hope that that I can do the same to bring other women into this career field. And I'm definitely proud to be a part of the coalition that Schneider Downs has formed. Jess, you're a part of it too, called SD Focus on Women. Really empowers women to excel in their field. And I've enjoyed building relationships, not just with the female shareholders and managers, but also the male shareholders and managers that are really leading the charge to bring women to the forefront of the company and to hire and retain more women. So I think it's a blessing to work here with people that certainly value me and value what I bring to the table. And like I said before, I just hope to be able to pay it back and bring other women into the field as well.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. I think you brought up some really valid points about the industry as a whole. And I think that Schneider Downs Wealth Management is definitely making strides in the right direction. So I can't agree more. I'm very proud to be a part of our team and the innovation that we're kind of moving forward with. So to kind of round us out, I wanted to get a little more personal and ask you one of the age-old questions of, are you more of a cat person or a dog person if you had to choose?
I think anyone that knows me would definitely say I am a dog person. I have 3 dogs that we rescued from Fur Kid Rescue here in Pittsburgh. 2 Chihuahuas, Willie and Stella. And then we have a 90-pound mutt that thinks he's a Chihuahua, and his name is Rooster.
And I have personally seen all of these dogs, and might I say, they are all completely adorable. But you did recently write a children's book about Willa and Stella.
I did. So, and hopefully we'll introduce Rooster soon if I can get another one out there. But that came about, I have an 8-year-old stepdaughter. And when my husband and I first got married, I was searching around for books for children that just help them to process step-family dynamics and the emotions that come with that. And I found nothing. So I've always wanted to write a children's book, and this seemed like a really good opportunity to start. And I really just wanted to write a book that gave words to the emotions that kids feel in different situations so that our daughter and other children can learn to process what they're feeling in not just a healthy way, but in a verbal way, versus otherwise it's just coming out as tantrums or, behavior issues. So I thought having these emotions come through 2 adorable Chihuahuas makes them a little less daunting. So the Adventures of Willie and Stella was born out of that. And I had the idea during COVID, because we spent a lot of nights and weekends at home not doing anything. So I put it together then, and I thought, why not start with a little something more that could reach a bigger audience? So the first book is titled Willie and Stella Get Quarantined. And the pups go through all the emotions like fear and worry that many of us, even us adults, were feeling during the pandemic. And it just provides an empathetic environment, again, giving words to what those emotions are, and then incorporating some ideas to turn the yucky feelings into something good.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I definitely agree. Both children and adults were in need of some spirit lifting in these COVID times. So it's great that you were able to channel some of your creative energy on a project outside of our firm while being stuck at home. So thank you so much for sharing. It's been an absolute pleasure getting to know you a little bit better. So thank you again for your time.
Thank you. Have a good one.